Hey everybody, this is Dan at US Alternators. Today we just have a quick physical comparison. We're not running anything on the bench or running any tests. We're just going to give you guys a quick rundown of what's inside our alternators, specifically our hairpin models. Here we have two hairpin rear ends. One's from another well-known company that makes great units as well. You can see that the design is very similar with a few minor differences. Well, let's start with the rectifier. Both 12 diodes, a lot of cooling, so both excellent designs. Over here on the right we have our US Alternators product, and as you can see there's an extra 2 positions for a positive output post. So this allows us to offer up to 3 output posts for those of you who either are running positive runs all the way to the rear of the vehicle if your stock batteries under the rear seat or the trunk. So that helps when you're trying to fit those large lugs on your big cable to get the most out of your alternator. So that's a positive. You'll also notice our stator leads going up to the rectifier are also welded, not soldered, which as long as you're using proper solder, that's not going to be an issue. If you're getting the alternator that hot, there's going to be probably some other failures, but nonetheless, obviously a welded connection is going to withstand a little more heat just because it's a much hotter melting point. You can see that both of these units are using an OEM rectifier. You can see right here we have a honeycomb-like cooling system for the regulator. You can also see both are using, we got a copper output stud with a steel, aluminum, kind of a retaining ring. The copper goes all the way to the rectifier, so that's really not an issue. The only difference, we're using a full copper stud, and once again we can add 2 more to have up to 3 studs, which can accept up to 2 lugs, whether it's about 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch thick, safely. And yeah, the rectifier design is pretty similar, not much except for just the difference in the output posts. They have welded diode connections as well. That's great. If we move on to our rotors here, once again we have a very similar look. These are both pretty much new rotors. I know ours hasn't been used, and the other guys, it looks still in great condition. Very similar in design, very similar in physical size. To the naked eye, you really can't tell the difference between the two. But as far as electrical characteristics, we've done some initial testing, and I can say that they are very, very, very similar. I'm not about to go into the details, but they are on par with one another. So both excellent rotors, very OEM application parts. Our rectifier is a custom rectifier, of course, since it has the room for 2 more output posts for those of you wanting to get the most out of every last tenth in your system. Yeah, and both are using hairpin stators, OEM Denso units. And yeah, I guess this is just a quick little physical comparison video. Nothing much else to say about them. Both quality units. Oh, one last thing actually, here at US Alternators, we like to use a clutch pulley. These are all OEM pulleys, and we put our logo on the end there. We haven't gotten to this one yet. So that has its own set of benefits. You can find a video on our YouTube and also be posted on our website soon to show you the advantages that a clutch pulley can offer you for your vehicle. It extends the belt life, in addition to helping out the tension and other belt drive components. Yeah, and I guess that's pretty much what we have here. So 2 quality units. We're just trying to show you what we have here to offer at US Alternators. Alright, thanks.